Welcome back, everyone. Would anyone like to give a recap as to what happened on our previous get together? I know it's been a while.
I can give a recap on my bit, but I definitely tuned out what was happening elsewhere because my character wasn't present. So
let's see. Well,
we could go by decks then. Yeah. Why don't you, Kibble? Why don't you talk about the top deck, and then I think Kundali is on the second deck, and everybody else I think was on the bottom deck. Or close to that.
So top deck, we started off with fighting the skeletons on the top deck. We took care of them pretty easily, apart from the mage right at the bow of the ship, which was basically an eldritch match between Eladon, him, and Britt got involved. Eladon was curious about the powers that were shown, so he went straight to the body, see if he could figure out something that was going on while everybody else was, finishing up the fight, not in perilous danger or anything. Then there was an explosion caused by an errant familiar octopus, which is nowhere to be found anymore. And everybody jumped into the big flaming hole, which Eladon's a little confused over. Eleven decided he didn't want to do that and then headed back towards the bow of the ship because he knew that there was somebody, presumably a captain, inside the quarters that was spied through a window as the octopus was climbing the outside of the ship. He got there, cast Detect Thoughts, attempting to gain some insight, and then realised that the door was locked from two different locations. And that was that.
All right. Anything from the mid deck or the bottom deck?
One thing I'd like to ask with the bottom deck is, you said one of the people in the human only nation was not human on the bottom deck.
Yeah, I'll fix that here once we finish the recap. That's
okay.
That's my bad.
It's all good. Besides that, Atlee grabbed the key out of the floating skull's head, who was there for, I think he said, like 50 years or something.
Very close to that, yes.
And I was talking to the other older guys, and they were like, Kaladesh, I think was the name of the other country they were from.
Kaladesh, yep.
Kaladesh, and I let them go because the elf was being really rude to me. So I went to talk to the other people over there. I released them, and I think one of the other people down there with me decided to follow after them. I think Silver did.
Was me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah. So you followed after them, they wouldn't steal our boat.
I was curious. Their clothes were very descriptive.
Yeah. I mean, they had some pretty suspicious names too.
Sus.
Yeah. And then I know I was just about to talk to I think the elf person next, because I don't think I unlocked their door yet. Or I might have unlocked it, I don't actually remember.
All right. And then in the mid deck, we have Kundali and Ifia are there at the moment. Anything either of you would like to add from the mid deck?
There's a whole load of skeletons trying to take out the fire. That's all I remember.
That's pretty much it.
The stairs. So I have no clue what's on that part.
All right. Sounds good. You guys should be moved to the map. I did add all of your tokens to all of the levels so that you can view the levels if you really wanted to. I should have done that before. And then we're just going to re-roll initiative here for timekeeping's sake. I'm just going to put the skeletons are going to go at the bottom.
Oh, I did really bad right there.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
If everybody rolls low, then it's as if everybody rolled high.
I had advantage, I still got a 7.
That is not good. Mm-hmm.
Oh my lord.
Oh wow!
Hey,
Wow!
we're all equally bad. It's fine.
Yes, yeah, it's fine. Everybody's bad, so
Nobody
it's fine.
rolled above a 5. Oh no, so nobody rolled above 6.
No,
All
I
right.
only rolled a 7.
Okay, so the boat is going to be at initiative 20. So that's going to start us off here. Just give a little bit of description and we'll be off. So as the waves pound, if this works, let me see if this works. As the waves pound on the exterior of the boat and the flames on the second and the top floor crackle, and the smoke and steam billow through the air. Visibility is getting a little worse, and you're able to tell just by the sounds of the boat that it doesn't have long before it decides to take a trip to the bottom of the bay. So we will start there with Kundali. And you, I believe you are on the mid deck at the moment with the skeletons.
Yeah, I think so too. Hmm. I feel like we could just leave. Wait, where
that's
are
right. I need
the
to add these guys.
stairs?
There's a ladder here. There's also a ladder on this center one and on this far one. I need to add
Just to
these guys.
clarify, we weren't sent to stop the boat from doing what it's doing. We were sent to find out why the boat is doing what it's doing.
Correct.
Just so your whole we can just leave. We can, certainly can.
I mean, we're not fighting the undead right now. We're not fighting the, or do we want to fight these undead?
I don't know. I was just reminding you about the instructions we were given when we set out.
In that case, a reminder of what the undead are doing. They are actively bucketing water onto the flames. They've made a little progress on this side, but on the far side here, there is the flames are just creeping ever further stern into the walls.
Okay. And to move up the ladder, 10 feet? Or
Yeah, just a regular movement to go up the ladder. Yep.
Oh, right. That's the fire on the ship.
It's the end of my turn. Or, actually, I'm gonna dash, and then that will be the turn. So you go into the next.
All right, Atlee.
Did I unlock the lady's Tabella's cage?
I believe you. We'll say you did. I am not entirely. I don't remember exactly, but we'll say you did.
Well, I'm gonna.
She as you're watching her, she's slowly attempting to stand up. She seems to be struggling quite a bit. She coughs a little bit as she tries to stand.
Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask my boy here, Morty, if he wants to come with us.
That would be excellent. I've been down here for many years. It's time to leave, I think.
I'd say he can like pop on my shoulder. Or he can come up with me.
he does indeed. He hovers over your shoulder. There's a floating green light emitting skull floating over your shoulder.
And then in Elvish, I'm gonna say to Tabella, do you need a hand? Or probably get off the boat. It's on fire right now, if you can't tell.
That would probably be a good idea. She reaches out a hand for you to help her up.
All right, then I walk over and grab her hand so she can come up with me, and I'm gonna I guess walk her up the stairs. Let's see, how much movement was that? That was right there to right. Actually, that's all my movement. I don't know.
You could
I guess that's
dash
my
if you'd
movement.
like.
I will dash with everyone up the stairs.
It is technically a ladder. The stairs are wrong on the map, but that's fine.
I will dash up the ladder with everyone else.
All right, I gotta move Mort.
My bud Mort, he's gonna be my pet now the entire season. He's my friend now.
And you are over here. All right, you managed to ascend the ladder. And you see again all of the skeletons. Tybella seems pretty out of it. Limping along as you drag her up the ladder. And Mort's enjoying the whole thing, though. He's kind of like, wow, I didn't know these guys were up here.
I give Mort a pat on the skull, then I offer to Bella one of my water skin, and that can be my turn.
She gratefully drinks from it. Ifia.
Okay, so I was chasing after Greg Gorey and Kane Taylor, which are great names, by the way. And where are they going? Because I'm following them, yelling after them.
They look to be heading straight for. They would not be going towards the fire. They're going to the ladder on this grate over here.
All right, so I'm gonna follow them and ask them where they're from as we're fleeing the fire, and also looking over my shoulder because skeletons did not end well for my outfit last time, so I don't trust them.
All right. So that is the retcon. I changed the token there. I
can see that.
That was my fault. I forgot that they hated. I thought they were just hating specific. I read it wrong.
Racist?
It's fine. It's retcon now. Greg Gorey
what?
is now he's an old white dude. He is no longer an orc.
Oh, okay. I was like, he's an orc. That's fine. It's cool. We got orcs in Kaladesh. Not in places I visited recently, but we got orcs there. We like them.
Yes,
I like them. I'm
the-
biased.
in the nations that Kaladesh is attempting to seize.
In the
Yes.
northern parts of Kaladesh, to my understanding.
Look, I love a good orc. Okay.
Ah.
So he's an old white guy. Means this old dude. They're both old.
They're
Right.
quite old, yes. They got white bushy beards, and the hair is long and matted. They look like they haven't groomed it a long time. They also stink quite bad.
Ew.
Um,
I don't think Afia's gonna keep like a very close walk behind them. Just FYI.
I understand that. All right. When you're asking them where they're from, they kind of give each other. They pat each other on the back, and they do the same like salute they did previously. Well, we're from Kaladesh, of course. It's all praise the one.
All praise. Just and Afia tries to mimic that, their salute. But where in Kaladesh is so large and expansive? I'm just curious.
That is a good question. They're from. Let me look at the map. I don't know if there's any cities actually marked here. They're from far inland. So they're from like Zarib. Zarrib is where they would identify as their original location. So that's deep central Kaladesh.
Okay. Zarrib. I spell it right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that sounds. I hear it's lovely there this time of year. And I'm just gonna like go ahead and end my turn so we don't end up in this conversation. So like, just
He, in response to your time of year thing, he'll be like, "What time of year is it?" It's been a long time since I've seen the sky.
What time of year is it, y'all?
It's a good question.
Look,
It's
I'm in
definitely
like
not
pain
winter.
right now, guys.
It's definitely not winter.
It's summer. I've chosen because I'm wearing a really cute dress and the dress is short sleeve, so it's summer.
Sounds good to me.
Everything can be solved with fashion, kids.
Mhm.
Amen.
what's that movie? Legally Blonde. where she
There we
solves
go.
she
You're
solves
right.
like the murder because of fashion.
You're right. You're right. It was not fashion. It was hair
Oh, that's right.
products. But yes,
You're right.
don't look. We both have these same issues, okay? With perms. I understand their struggle. I understand. Continuing on. Continuing on. I will end my turn.
All right, Eladin.
Yes, I double dashed the back of the ship. On my way past, do I see any rope rigging fastenings?
Yeah, there'd be probably several piles of rope hanging around
Great,
back
I'm
here.
just gonna grab one on my way past and look for a cleat on this back rail or something to fasten it to.
There is
And that will
indeed a good location to
end
tie
my
a rope to.
turn.
All right, our skeletons move around and do their thing. Again, they don't seem hostile at this point. They're just throwing buckets of water.
Good little boys.
He goes back, and then this guy's. All right, our two potential Kaladesh guys here will both sprint to the ladder by Afia. You get a whiff of their stench as they sprint by.
On save.
not quite that bad. And they both end up on the top deck, and they see the flames. They've noticed clearly the giant hole in the boat. They also see our rowboats in the back, so they are both going to dash, and they'll end up somewhere like close to the ladder. Pundali. The boat at this point, the ship there is a noticeably louder creaking noise going on, and you could feel like maybe it's rocking significantly more towards the right side. And it's anybody. If you're looking down the hole, you can see water gathering in the basement.
Oh
Nothing
shit.
else there.
I just don't know what once Gables gets here. I don't know what the plan.
I have a couple more maps set out, so if we finish this without Gables, then we have a bunch of other stuff we can do.
Gee.
And to remind you, Jasper's sailboat is over here on this side.
Mm-hmm.
Can you show it again?
Yep,
I don't
right
know.
Top side.
Okay. Okay, I was right.
Actually, I have the sailboat on a different map. I can throw it on.
Did I come in on that side too, or did I come in on this side?
You came in the north.
came in on.
I guess it's technically west.
It was. I think it was just Kundali that came in south, didn't he?
Yes, I believe he was the only one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the end of my turn.
Oh, I mean, since I thought I came on a different. Well, because I thought I came later on a different boat than them.
That was another. It was another retcon.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I honestly forget. That's why I asked. 'Cause I remember my token being somewhere right here.
There's no buckets of water, are there? Or there's those barrels.
There are
There's
indeed.
barrels of water all over the deck.
Maybe I want to. I don't. How useful is it going to be push water all over the place when we're already sinking?
It will stop the burning. We are already seeing.
Yep.
Perfectly honest.
And I'm gonna push the. I have enough movement. I'm
So-
gonna push this towards.
Yep.
Let me get my little arrow.
Just to clarify, is Jappa's boat up against the burning hull of the ship?
It is very close. He probably would have moved it off a little ways.
Yeah.
When the explosion happened and everything like that. But he's well within even a non-swimmer's range.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up this bucket or the. I'm just frazzled. Okay, picking up this barrel would be like a check, right? Or
It's. I mean, how do you want to drag it? You want to put it on your
what I want to
shoulder?
do, I want to pick it up and then I want to throw.
You want to throw? Okay, so it is like a 55-gallon barrel of water. It's probably weighs 400 or 500 pounds.
Jesus.
You are talking with, you're talking a full-size keg. Full-size barrel. It's
Well, I want to. Can I tip it over? Well, there's grates there. The
Mhm.
water would.
Does the barrel have a lid on it, or is it just an open barrel of water?
It's open. Yes, there's no lid on it.
And if I tip it over, would it? I'd assume it knock out some of this fire.
Yes, it could definitely be used in that way. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna push it forward like 10 feet, or it probably have movement.
Well, that again, that would depend on how you plan to move the barrel itself. You could, if you tipped it up on its edge, it's way easier to like spin it as opposed to just trying to like push it flat on the deck.
I'm just gonna save time and just say I push the barrel and tip it over. Just have the water spread all over.
All right, and you're pushing it this direction. All right, yeah, it will. We will say that you are able to get both of the. You're clearing the area towards the ladder off the edge.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
And Gables is here.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome.
Wouldn't have been here 2 minutes earlier. Damn it! Spent my turn dashing away from you
Why would you do that?
because I didn't know how long you were going to be till you got here.
Well, I think Eladin has another neat idea to try to get.
Yeah, I do.
All right. So Kundali, did you want to do? You have any more movement, or is that?
That's the end of my turn.
All right. So you splashed water all over there, and Gables, you are welcome to roll into initiative. Everyone else rolled like a 5 or lower.
Oh my god! What the hell?
We're doing so great.
Oh man, that's funny.
Oh
Just trying to fit in.
Oh,
So I'm
All
not
right.
actually late, guys.
No, I mean,
No,
but you
you
missed
were
like one round.
Just in time. Yeah.
oh my gosh.
So to catch you up, the boat is actively sinking. Water has started gathering in the bottom floor, and there's the flames are starting to expand outward from our blast hole. The skeletons below are still shoveling buckets like they were previously.
Have we rescued the people down below?
Atlee, yes, they're all off the bottom floor. And it is Nick's turn.
Atlee's gonna be like confused because water just fell on his head from above.
Yes, it would have. Yeah, when he dumped the barrel over. Yeah.
He's like, the heck? Why'd I get wet? Is the ladder here too broken for me to climb up?
No, it is still intact.
I'm once again gonna help Tybella and have my wonderful skull companion Morty come up with me on the ladder to the top floor. Zoom out speed. It's still there. Oh, you got it. Thank you.
And then
Just grab it here. Over here. Yeah. Now, was that all my movement?
that would be just 10. 10 feet. Well,
So this.
with
on.
helping Tybella, I would get. We'll call it 20 feet.
How strong does this door look?
It looks pretty strong. It's a solid, oak door. There's a handle on it. There's a keyhole. There might be some like decorative engraving on the door itself.
How strong is the wall next to it?
The wall also looks
I like
fairly
bash it in.
solid. You are welcome to try.
I'm gonna try bashing it in with my mace.
I will cheer you on.
Thank you. Let me roll damage. Roll hit.
Yep. Roll the attack roll there.
Which one do I want to use? I'll use my mace because I said I was going to use my mace. Oh.
Yeah, you swing and your mace bounces off. Doesn't it left maybe there's a little like pinhole where the one of the spikes on your mace made a dent, but other than that, it doesn't seem to have structurally hurt it.
I'm gonna act like that didn't happen. Turn and walk back to Tabella and say, "How are you doing?" and end my turn. No one noticed that.
She because you released her arm, she sunk to the floor to her knees, and you walk back over and pick her back up. She coughs a bit again before giving you a like not quite a thumbs up, but a thumbs like. Actually, it's more like a thumbs down sideways. It's not a great thumbs.
Oh my goodness. Well, it was just a test. Make sure it's actually locked.
And Silver.
Okay, I smelt these men. I've smelt these men go up the stairs in front of me, and I'm going to or the ladder, and I'm going to follow them up the ladder. And for a second, be momentarily checked by the fire, and I guess get on the top deck, and that'd be what, 15 feet, 5 feet? I don't know.
10 feet to climb the ladder. Atlee only had
Okay, so I
extra
said that.
feet because he was helping Tybella.
Okay, I was like, wait. Okay, so that gives me 20 more feet. I'm gonna look at all this. I'm gonna see Kundali and Atlee and Tarbella and Gregory and Kane and like, oh shit. And then all these dead corpses. Yeah, hold on. 1 sec. 20, 25 feet. 20 feet. I'm gonna move here. No, stop it. Stop it. Stop it, mouse. Move right here. Falling behind them, trying not to gag. And mentally trying to figure out how I can help since I was below when everybody was making new plans. And then that will end my turn.
Once you are on the top deck, the wind is blowing this direction, so you're not. You just
This
kept,
direction.
a small whiff, so it's not too terrible.
Okay, and then you said the boat sinking the right side, this side.
Yes, definitely. When it rocks in the waves, the right side dips significantly lower than the left side does.
Okay, yay! My worst fears come to life. Okay, that ends my turn. No, I'm serious, guys. I can't swim.
Good
We're
thing there's
drowning in
3 lifeboats. Gables, you're up.
I will make my way towards the elf that's misclanning me.
What?
I have to dash to get to it.
I am absolutely not an elf. How dare you?
I am not a strong arm, so how dare you? All right, that's my turn.
All right, back to Eladin.
Turn to Brick. So, if this goes to plan, if I'm not on the rope, cut it. And I'm going to tie the rope off, and I'm going to lower myself down to the window.
All right, so we will put you in front of our window here. In front of our window. All right, so you handed Brick the rope, or you tied it
No,
off?
I've tied the rope off.
Okay.
Not me coming up the rope. Cut it.
I will want a sleight of hand check just for the knot tying there.
Ooh.
This way. Oh, wrong way. That was fantastic.
All right. Well, you are surprisingly confident in your knot tying skills.
Oh yeah, sure. Mhm.
As you descend over it, it feels solid enough, and you manage to rappel to the window. So, looking in through the window, you are able to see what you can see down there, which is a whole lot of no creature. No.
Where?
Yes. You will notice that there's a telescope pointed like directly at you. There's a map table, a big giant bear rug. There's some empty crates. You're also roll me a perception check just to see anything else.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty good.
With the rolls tonight, I was expecting worse.
So something really seems off to you. At the front of the map table, there is a seemingly innocent pile of dust. It's just kind of heaped there. And you also see this chest over here.
Quickly push the window. Is it latched?
It is indeed locked. Yes.
Is it a pane of glass?
It is a pane of glass.
I'm going through it. Smashing it with the handle of the pistol and then going through.
All right. Roll a D100 for me. You just make it in as the rope. So the 60 was the number it was below a 60. You were gonna fall in the ocean. So you just made that.
But I let go and the rope just disappears as
Yes,
well.
the disappear falls
Oh my God.
behind you as you end up swinging and crashing onto the floor into the room.
I called down. That wasn't me.
I was going to say, I'm just going to pop my head back. I said that when I'm off the rope! Okay. Definitely some. Yeah.
All right, we will move. We'll call your turn there.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, our skeletons. No one's down here anymore, but they're just doing their thing.
Skeleton.
All right, to Kundali. Before we get to Kundali, you notice how close to the hole. Okay, you're not super close to the hole, so you wouldn't necessarily notice. But the ocean water continues rushing in the bottom floor. It's filled a couple feet. Kundali.
Oh, that's
Kundali.
right.
Kundali.
What would you like to do?
Should really be thinking about my turn when it's not my turn. It's been so long.
It's all right. I forgive you. I do a lot of thinking myself.
I'm gonna push this barrel over and try to take out more water or more fire.
Yeah? Which you'd like to push it here, or... All right, we're going to push it that way. And because... How far is that? That's a good 30 feet. Roll me a athletics check. That is good enough. You are able to knock the barrel over, and it does whoosh over the deck and take out a bit of that. At the same time, the fire expands a little bit towards the mast.
Oh no.
That's gonna fall and hurt.
Anything else for Kundali?
I'm just gonna move back to where I was. End of turn.
Atlee, you're
Do I
again
see the
supporting
captain's
type. Can you see his hand?
Yes.
Sure, yeah. He's the skeleton is situated in such a way that its arm hangs over the drop next to the ladder.
I'm gonna like say, "Hey Morty, watch this." I'm going to grab the hand. Well, first I'm gonna set Tabella down nicely. I'm not gonna just drop her this time. I'm gonna grab the hand off of it, and through hopefully superior brain power and thinking, since both since there's two arcane locks on this, I'm hoping that using his hand and my hand together, it will open up.
Wow, that is a brilliant idea. Unfortunately, it wasn't him who the original arcane lock was for.
Not that you know, but I think the hand's now a pile of dust in front.
I absolutely loved it though. That was pretty cool.
Thank you.
It was amazing.
Thank you. Can I hit it again?
We would call. That would be No, it would take your item interaction to remove the hand, and then your action to attempt to open the door.
I'm gonna like say, Morty, I think this hand is broken, and my turn. I'll go back next to Tabella, hold her back up again. I think that's still about within 30 feet.
He looks at the skeletons that are all around, and he'll be like, I used to have a body like these guys, only I was bigger. It's nice, and I had buff bones.
Buff bones?
Buff bones.
Buff bones. Are you the captain of the ship by any chance? Can I use you next time? Oh my goodness.
Silver, you're up.
Okay. Just looking at my spell list real quick, just to make sure I ain't got nothing to help with this. Nope. Okay, cool. Seeing the flames in the water, and the fact that we already killed that dead man, and I just watched Atlee go grab his hand and try it on the door, and seeing that fail, I'm like, oh, okay. Afia is going to think this ship is sinking, and I do not want to be on it when it goes under. They debate mentally the importance of saving Gory and Kane Taylor, which both sound like trustworthy names from Kaladesh. Why would I not trust these stinky old men who have been here for a while? I'm gonna just go and I'm going to, because I know I can't push over a barrel. I'm going to go and try to help in any way I can with Atlee, because I think that's enough movement to get here. But I also have no skill at lockpicking at all. So I'm just going to be there as moral support.
Nice.
And that will end my turn. I know what Afia's good at and what they're not.
I will also secure a rope to this and jump overboard and just rappel down and go bombs away.
All right, I still want that sleight of hand check.
I know. That's why I'm doing this all at once. Hey, I did way better than
You
did way better. There might be a rope for us to get out of here now.
Yeah. So how about an acrobatics check to go with that?
Oh,
you. Just like my low dexterity.
You're the one that jumped and didn't gingerly lower yourself.
I'm just trying to go far enough to just go straight into the window.
Yes, you're like Spider-Manning it.
Mm-hmm.
So you hold the rope and you leap overboard, and it looks super majestic to start out with. As you're swinging back towards the boat, you notice your trajectory is off a little bit, and you just slam right into the back of the boat next to the window with a big thump. And then you are able to crawl through the window. Do you hear him slam into the boat? Yes.
Yeah. Paladin just turns around. What the
Cannonball.
Okay.
You should go through the wall.
I deal blunt damage to the wall.
Yes, you did 1 bludgeoning damage to the stern of the boat.
Oh.
will remember that.
Do I see anything other than our buddy in here?
Your passive is 13. Yeah, give me a perception check as well. I know this is a lot of checks for one turn, but give me that perception. That's pretty good. What did he have before?
I
21?
knocked some sense into me.
Mhm.
Yes, yes. So you notice the same things Eladin did. You notice the pile of ash. You notice there is no alive. There's no captain sitting around anywhere. The octopus you would have been told where the captain or the man had been standing?
Yeah, he was like right here, if I remember right. Yeah, he was somewhere around the table.
He was indeed. You would know with certainty that he was standing where this pile of ash now is.
Uh-huh.
You also do see this chest over here and the rug and the supplies. I guess, yeah, even without like exploring the room, the two of you also notice that these crates are all empty of food and these water barrels are bone dry. And then we will move on. So our Gregory and Kane Taylor will both continue to evacuate. And they will both... So seeing Jasper out there on the sailing boat, they are both they're both pretty hardy seamen. They're gonna dash up here and start messing with the pulley system to drop this particular lifeboat into the water. They move pretty much in sync, like they've done this many times together. They're clearly sailors. Eladin.
At a glance, how long since the bed was slept?
How long since the bed was slept in? Oh,
Dust covered?
yeah, it is. It's the blankets and the sheets are actually no longer on the bed. They're kind of like lying about, strewn on the floor, and there is dust and spider webs and rat poop all over them.
Oh.
Is there a connection you'd like to make to something that you as a player know, but your character make a?
Well, I don't know whether I know it. I've got what I think.
Okay. How about
I would like to approach the dust on the floor, which I presume was possibly a petrified, or not stone, but desiccated dead person stood at the table and was disintegrated when the blast hit. Fell to pieces like a mummy crumbles.
Okay. All right. So you make a closer inspection of the dust. Give me a check, either perception or investigation, whichever one you're better at.
It would be investigation, but not by much.
All right. So you kneel down and you're closely examining it, trying to fit it to your theory that you have in your head. You don't notice any bits or chunks. It all seems very, very fine dust. It's all uniform in particle size.
Do I get the impression this could have happened through magic?
Roll an Arcana check for me.
God, that's... Yes, I should learn my own Ability scars. Oh,
17. Yes, you're fairly certain, despite your original theory, you're fairly certain this was magical in nature.
I think whoever was here isn't here anymore. I say we get what we can and we get out.
Probably shouldn't snort that powder.
Yes, snorting random powder is probably not a good idea.
I would like to grab the bed sheet and just start taking whatever I can off these tables, wrapping them into a bundle to look at later.
I like
Have
that.
a-
I like that.
Quick glance if there's anything special as I'm pulling it all together, but I'm not inspecting anything.
You see, cartography tools. There's maybe a compass and a protractor and various other instruments you wouldn't be able to identify, and some, paper maps and such.
Same with the other desk.
Very similar. There's maybe a book or two. No titles or anything on the covers.
All in a bundle together, ready to go as soon as
Done.
Brick's done whatever he's doing.
It's like a Santa sack.
Oh,
All right.
I'll drag it back over the window and ready to tie it to the rope that's out there. Or ready for Brick to tie it to the rope that's out there after what happened to mine.
All right. So, as the skeleton's turn comes around, so everybody on the top deck, the smoke is getting significantly thicker, emanating from the hole over here. Significantly, like it's black and billowing. You'd maybe even notice that your feet are getting kind of hot.
That's not funny.
So these, yes, all three of you guys notice that your feet are getting quite warm on the whip. Jasper, from his sailing boat over here, he's still leaning back. He seems pretty mostly unbothered by the ship that's sinking right next to him. He'll take a puff on his pipe and he'll blow a smoke ring up into the air, and he'll be like, he'll say something to the effect of, you guys should probably get off that thing. Looks like it's going down. Kundali.
Okay, I will go in the direction of getting off of this thing.
GTFO.
We can just cross this way and jump off, right?
Yeah. It is, what is it? It's like a 10, I think I remember 8 or 10 foot drop.
I'm gonna
I believe it was
dash
8.
and then- yeah, I'm gonna dash and just like stay behind to make sure everyone gets. Or I'm just gonna say, y'all go ahead first and get off the ship. As I'm saying it to Tibula, Psalm, and Miss Mensha. Yeah, so they'll go first.
All right, Atlee.
Ladies and children first.
You will have heard the window crash in the back, and then Brick slam against the boards. So you're under the impression that somebody else has managed to get into the room from a different direction.
I was like on principle I have to try at least one more thing.
You are welcome
right.
to do so.
I don't know if you'll let me do this. I have a plan B in case you don't. Toll
Throw
the
it at
Dead
me.
is necrotic energy. Can I look for the hinges on the door and try to rot them off with Toll the Dead? I know it says target a creature. That's why I'm asking.
Ooh.
No. It did. I like the idea behind it. But in this instance, no.
If that is the case, I'm probably going to be like, all right, this person is very hurt. I should really get them off the boat now at this point because the fire is burning my toes.
You're wearing heavy armor, so you have like steel on your feet. It is significantly warmer for you than it is for the other two.
Yes. Can I go this way without being hurt?
Yes, there is no active flames. There is the smoke billowing out, but the wind is fairly dispersing it after it just gets a couple feet out of the hole.
Before moving, I looked down the grate to see how close the water is.
You are able to see the water lapping at the mid deck grates. You're also able to see the light from all the flames directly below you.
I'm going to just shout to anyone who can hear, and so there's only about 5 feet before the water starts flooding the deck, and then I'm going to take my bud Mort and Tabula, and how the fuck is that? Can I get to the top of the ladder, or do I even need to get to the boat?
The ladder down is here. If you wanted to go up, then you do have enough movement if you wanted to go up.
Would I have still enough movement helping Tabula?
To dash, yes.
Perfect. I'll do that then, so I get higher up.
When you get up there, you'll notice Kane and Greg are very close to releasing, dropping the winches, and their boat is close to entering the water.
Let's see. Can I tell them to like pull me in with them?
Yeah, you're
Like,
welcome to.
So I can like hop over to that boat for there when it goes in, so I don't have to worry about getting in the water. I don't want to get my shiny armor wet. I don't wanna get wet stuff.
Nobody wants to get wet except for the octopus who turned into goo.
He will return.
The Kane will turn his head slightly and give you a gruff. Sure.
Sweet. So that means I can get the three of us.
This one's our boat, though. You can't have it.
I'm hopping over the boat next to you. Don't worry. Just using it as a pass through.
Oh, Ifia.
All right, I am going to. Also, my feet are getting warm, so I'm going to head this way and then this way to avoid hot toes. And I am going to ask these gentlemen, if a person of Kadesh could also catch a ride with them.
Okay, so to go with that, had you previously identified yourself as Kaladesh? I don't remember.
My group knew, and
Yes,
I believe
right.
I told them.
Okay, all right. We'll go with that.
They not from Kaladesh?
They are.
Okay, I was like, oh crap, did I miss you?
I wasn't sure if you had shared it with them before this point. So they're actually going to. Yeah. They both they look at each other and then they give a slow nod, and they'll be like, the lady may join us. No one else though.
They just kicked me off.
Said you were
No,
passing through.
you were crashing through to Jasper's boat.
Okay.
Oh,
Making sure.
she's doing the same. Yeah, Atlee's going to the other.
No,
boat,
no,
right?
I'm not.
Okay.
They are.
All right. Yeah, and you have enough movement if you'd like. They would let you just climb right on right now if you wanted to.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna tell them both thank you with like a gentle pat on their arm. We can get to know each other as we go to shore and join my compatriots. If that doesn't sound like a bad plan with y'all, to you, do.
They grunt again.
Can we bring at least one friend with us?
You would roll me persuasion.
Okay. Oh, nope. I'm on the spell sheet. Why am I still on the spell sheet?
That's right. That's like your
Ain't got no
specialty, isn't it?
brains. Right. Ain't using it not one bit.
Oh wow.
18. Is it at advantage for some reason, or is it just rolled that way?
No, it just automatic.
Okay. 18 is not
I
high
think
enough. They do. They seem to consider it for a moment, but then they're like, nope, just the lady.
It's the lady. Oh, okay. I will think about it while I wait for you fine gentlemen to join me in the boat. I might end up passing through though. Thank you for considering it. And then with that, I'm gonna get in the boat. Will it kill me if I get in the boat?
Nope. Well,
Okay,
I mean,
I'm gonna get in the boat.
no, it's kind of an odd question.
I was like,
the boat will not kill you.
I was worried that it was I was worried that it was
That's
like
fireball.
Titanic jump, where you like jump and you hope you make it, and then like pray and then you fall in the water anyway and freeze to death.
Oh,
That's
hit
what
the
I was
fan on
worried
the
about.
way down the propeller.
Right, like I was like, look, let's avoid. I mean, as cool as it looked, I want to avoid that.
All right, you
Now in my
successfully
turn.
arrive on the lifeboat. There's oars and there's some rope and various things. I mean, you'd find on a lifeboat.
Yeah, I probably won't stay. They kind of smell, but yeah.
They do
Now in my
indeed.
turn.
Brick.
I would like to check this chest for traps.
Yeah. Roll yourself a perception check, or investigate. Either or.
They're the same roll for me.
Okay.
All right, it's safe. And I'll look back at Eldon. I got this, and I'll try to open it.
The lid is locked.
Oh. Well, then I'll pick up the chest and take it with us.
Nice.
All right. Let me see how much the chest weighs. The chest
Just one
weighs.
question. Is the chest bigger than the window?
From. No, you'd be able to tell it's not. It's a
that's
tight.
fine.
Yeah, it's a tight squeeze, but it will fit. The chest weighs 52 pounds.
Oh yeah, I can easily. I just put that on the shoulder and I'm like, all right, let's go.
Hey, it's like your token.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then I'll call bring a boat around.
Good idea.
I guess I'll do that.
That's my turn.
All right. So Greg and Kane are winding the winches, and they both step onto the boat holding a rope, and they slowly release and sink, and the boat slides.
Atlee and
Oh, that's right.
Can I at least get to Bella in there because she's injured? They can lower her down. I can always shift her over to the next boat.
Here's what we'll do. We'll say because they gave you permission, we would have given you enough movement to take a seat or to stand on the front of it. So we will move you over there.
Nice.
And the boat slowly and very controlled sets on top of the waves and gives a little splashdown. So from your new vantage point, you are able to see the water has completely as before, it's touching the middle deck's grate, and the ship is listing even more towards that side. So Kundali on the deck and Eladin and Brick in the cabin, the captain's quarters. You're feeling like you're pulled towards the side. You have to adjust your sea legs, which not that you had a whole lot of sea legs at this point because you hadn't been on there very long. It's tilting, so you're almost sliding towards that side of the ship. Eladin.
Did I hear a reply to Brick shouting for a boat to come and get us?
Hundley would have said, I'll deal with that.
Great. If I look down at the water, given the time that has passed and the height the water is at now, how long have we got?
You would have. So what do you think would be a good roll to determine that?
Probably investigate.
Insight?
Or insight. Yeah, insight is another good one.
Yeah,
Either or.
yeah, I like insight.
Okie dokie.
It's a fairly low. Yeah, it was only a DC 10. So
Okay.
you're you're able to determine you have in rounds it's less than 5 or 6 rounds, maybe 30, 20 some seconds.
That's fine.
Tried more times getting the door open then.
However much I don't want to get wet, I can't afford to get this bag wet.
Yeah, you got plenty of time to open the door.
Yeah.
What's in the bag?
Right. I am going to just prep my action to board a boat if one shows up at the window.
All right.
That is it.
Our skeletons. So the water does not. Okay, yeah. Skeletons are still trying to throw water on the now wet middle deck. So the flames beneath the deck are fizzling, and as you hear the water rush into the mid deck. All right, Jasper will. Okay, Kundali, what was your? You said you were planning on getting a boat over there.
Well, on my action, I was gonna say, Jasper, get to the rear of the boat.
Okay, he was going to do that anyway, so that is good to know. So he he pushes off with a pole off of the other rowboat, spins himself. Oh, now he's upside down, all the way around, and
Doing a
takes.
handstand.
Yes, he is doing a handstand. Takes a little jaunt and ends up just below the window, which I guess is technically down here. Oh, without Jasper there. There we go. He'll look up. So you're much closer to the level of the water at this point. So you're almost at eye level with Jasper. Like you're just a little above him.
That's fine. As I prep my action, I am boarding the boat.
You've managed to do so successfully.
I tell you what, I'm just
May
going to move to
go
the front.
below deck.
Go to the front, and I'm just going to sit there and lounge, because that was rather easy and well done, in my opinion.
All right. Kundali. Jasper read your mind.
Psychic too.
Aw.
It would be funny.
I kind of just want to jump onto that other boat with the pirates and just to piss them off.
Oh, that's right. These Atlee and them, you would be on this boat already.
Nice.
That was like so far
Okay, Kundali is gonna just run and just do a little flip. He's gonna feather fall down.
Yeah, that it would be fairly
Would you-
impressive. Yes.
Acrobatics for flair's sake. See if it even works.
You are welcome to do so. I won't require it, but if you'd like to add some extra flair.
Crypt over the side.
The crit fail. Yeah. You still manage.
And I land on the edge of the boat, got on the overboard, head overboard, and
Yeah, head hits the water.
yep.
Well,
Flipping over and just hope.
if you didn't want to go in the water, that's fine because it was just for dramatic effect.
Yes.
All right.
I'm not going in the. Yeah, it's very ungraceful.
Yes. Both Kane and Gregory give you disapproving looks, but they don't like actively try to like shove you off the boat or anything.
Okay.
Like, we said just the lady. We'll take you to the other boat though.
Yay.
All right, so Brick is our last one, unless there's something else anybody else wants to do before Brick disembarks.
I think I'm good. Just gonna hang out with Morty.
All right, Mort wants to hang with you.
Yay, hanging with people.
Tybella has slumped and she's collapsed to the floor. Or unless you're still holding on to her, then she's leaning on you really, really heavily. Her breathing is kind of shallow.
Injured or
Like dying? Yeah.
She looks. Her skin is pretty pale. I mean, for an elf, it was paler than you'd normally expect it to be.
in game terms, does she look as if healing would help her, or is it more mistreatment being in prison?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Healing would definitely help her.
And I will just wander over and pat her on the shoulders and make her feel a bit better.
Oh, I was about to do the same thing.
For 5 healing.
Does she still look like she needs healing?
She looks her breathing evens out. She still looks pretty pale. Her grip on your shoulder gets a little tighter, like she's able to use her limbs more.
I think I will also, while I'm like hoisting her up, with my arm around her other shoulder, like kind of giving her support, I'm gonna infuse my magical clerical powers into her to heal her. One more time. Oh, that's nice.
That's a lot better.
You
Feeling better?
Ignore that.
Everyone's feeling her now.
Are we,
Everyone's
are we
feeling now.
double healing her, Eldon?
Ignore
I think
that.
they're
That was
trying to
just me
compete on
ticking
how
it
well
off.
they can heal her.
healer too.
No, I
Sounds
did
like it.
very bad on my thumb.
All right.
I could only do it once. I was just ticking it off. I didn't realize it would roll over.
All right. Brick, how would you like
As-
to exit?
As you look up from healing Tybella there, you just see a chest coming towards you as I'm going to Superman it through the door with the chest in front of me. Through the window.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah. Add another acrobatics check for that.
It's gonna fall.
If that goes through the deck of the boat, you're in
Oh.
trouble.
You are successful in your antics, however you wish to describe them.
It just goes flying through, and then I just land gracefully, like that was all planned.
I give him a
All right,
triple
let's
high five
get
with my
up.
mage hand.
I give you a triple high five with my 2 hands, and yeah.
All right. Oh, let's go to the back. I mean, we're essentially done with this map. So, Gregory and Kane expertly steer their boat with their oars. They don't have a sail. And they deposit Kundali onto the other boat.
Mencha. Wait, I'm just gonna say, Miss Mencha, are you sure you want to stay with this group?
Yeah, alone.
No, I had questions for them, but maybe these fine gentlemen will meet up at another time, another place, maybe back in Zibrib. Whatever we just said was the same for Kaladesh. May the one be with you. And I'm gonna just grab Kundali's hand and be like, "Yep, let's go."
Let's go.
Speed race.
How close did they get? But they must get really close to pass over.
Yes, they are under row power as opposed to sail power, but they get right up on your rear.
What do I read as they come close? Because my detect thoughts is still active.
That it is. All right. So how? Let me just reread
I
that.
guess surface level 4. Unless they've.
You can focus mine on. Okay, so there would have been enough time to focus on each of them individually.
That's what I was hoping.
All right, so they're both fairly similar in their surface level thoughts. You're able to tell that Gregory has more like aggressiveness behind his emotions. Okay, so surface level. You're able to pick up a bit of surprise when they look at the city. Like maybe it's not how they would have expected it to look. You notice a little bit of disgust, possibly, of the members of the crew. Well, just like half the crew, half of your group. They have no liking you wouldn't necessarily know who specifically they're addressing this disgust to. You could probably make an educated guess, but the thoughts wouldn't show you that. Other than that, it's probably a peak of like freedom, like relief. Yeah, there's a little bit of relief hidden in all those not particularly pleasant emotions.
As they're passing Miss Mensha back, I would like to whisper telepathically to Kundali, no, Brick, because Brick's next to me, to look after the sack with all the papers. I can speak telepathically to him.
There go my
then-
voices in my head again.
And I would like to just call over to them again as they're passing Miss Mensha over. I say, would you mind giving me a lift back to the city? That's I think I'd prefer different company. Just try and give them a knowing look.
All right, so
I get very offended.
I am too.
I will need a deception check for that because they.
Offended. It's big words
That's
on me.
pretty good. I'm gonna roll this in GM.
Can
All right.
Kundali try and see through if that's genuine or not?
Sure.
Oh, you were trying to insight Elodin. Yeah.
I'm too busy playing with Mort.
Oh, no.
We're chilling.
Gross.
The feelings hurt, yeah. So they again, they share that same like glance they've done on several occasions at this point. And they do Kane makes a finger gesture like a come on, like we're not. It's a little not like a rude gesture, like a beckoning.
Mm-hmm. I'll step over as quite confidently as an almost rushed Zephyr is stepping onto this one.
Oh, okay.
Since
I'm still looking at you affronted and debating whether to push you in the ocean, but I hope not.
I do almost blank you to try and pass it off as I
look
Appreciate
to
that.
Miss
Mental fist
Mensha,
bump.
like now that you've got company, you can ride with them if you want.
Okay.
You know.
All right. You're right. I did not want to be by myself with these two men.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hop back onto the boat and tell the men that I've changed my mind if they will have. I just want to ride with my friend.
Kane gives a slight bow when you. Brick is more hurt. Yeah, Kane gives you a slight like a nod and a little bow as he tends to the oars. And then the sailing. If you guys are done here, the sailing boat will. Oh, something else?
I was gonna say one thing. If Effie's dress is still broken, I can mend it quickly with my mending ability.
Yeah,
I would greatly appreciate that.
Before I guess when she stepped over while Elodin was, communicating with the other two, I just repaired your dress with the mending.
a
I
light
give you a look.
a light brush as she walks by, and the fabric knits itself back together as if it was never broken.
Aw. I give you a look and I'm like, thank you so much. And then I like drape myself on the seat, just
I was
as
going to say,
calm
I'm
as
going to
can
take
be.
your hand and help you back into the seat, and as you do,
Oh,
well,
thank
She's just
you.
staring at you.
I'm glad you decided to keep with the better.
I'm gonna hold it in. She looks slightly aghast. Before she's like,
There's a single eyebrow raised at you.
right, just like,
There's a knowing
okay.
Oh, I think I missed.
Thank you.
I missed what Kibble said? What did you say?
Is that I do it with a single eyebrow raised, like play along. Come on, let's get to this.
I'm like, okay, I got this. I fixed my face pretty quickly. And Afia's like, you're right. And then I like step gently in the boat. Can I use message to Kundali? Is it Kundali or Kundali?
We do this
I've
every
said it like 8 times in my head.
With the
Dali.
Kundali.
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 Dali.
Kundali.
It's not
Okay.
pronounced Kundali. It's Kundali.
Not ah. Kundali. Shorten. Ah.
Got it.
Ah.
Kundali.
Kundali.
I think I've Gables is gonna type it wrong again.
Kun.
I feel like
I might
having.
just
I knew it.
Dali. Short. Da.
I might
Ha.
just like have y'all call me Ali. Just
No, we're not.
Everyone knows how to say Ali. But, yeah.
Kundali.
No.
All right, got it. Yeah,
Okay,
you are
Kundali.
you are welcome to send a message. Yeah. Does it
All right, I'm
require
gonna point-
verbal? Oh, it does require verbal. So there
I'm
is.
gonna cough.
Okay. All right, that works.
I'm gonna cough,
Bad Harry.
and I'm gonna try to say, be like, the port. Oh, excuse me. I must have something stuck in my throat. So I'm gonna tell you to meet us at the port, or wherever the ship is, wherever land is. That's where we're going.
Kundali just looks unfazed. He just sat down and he's contemplating things.
We're going to be really weird because as the ships are parting ways, when we get to the edge of my 60-foot limit, I'm going to send a message to Atlee saying,
Oh.
apologies for the ruse. I want to see who we're letting free into the city.
Can I respond to this?
Not these two.
Nope.
No.
No, you cannot.
Okay. I just like
All
nod
right.
to myself. Like I'm
Okay, so we will. It's it's a several minute boat ride. The boat with the sail, Jasper's boat, will move significantly faster, so you'll have less time to discuss. But if there's conversations you'd like to have on the boat, we will do. If there's anything on our sailing boat, on Jasper's boat, is there anything you guys wanted to talk about before you get to shore?
Man, F those guys. I thought they were cool.
I
They totally
have
dished us.
I have confidence in Miss Mencha, but that Eladin fell. I don't
I'm
know.
placing a lot of faith in me.
I'm going to
He's
Go on.
horrible at knots.
scribble at notes. Right as Eldon left, he did give me a subtle message, so I think he's over there to get some information from them. I'm kind of
And we're
sucking
far-
up to them.
We're far away from the other boat.
Yeah, you're far away at this point. They couldn't hear you if they wanted to.
And I'm just gonna say to I'm confident in Miss Mencha because she made sure to tell me that she wanted us to follow them back to where they go in the port.
All right, as you guys sail away too, you see the ship sink in the background. It's slowly the waves slowly engulf it, and it just disappears beneath the surface. The mast vanishing as you sail away from it.
Oh yeah, any of you good at opening chests? I got this completely safe chest here.
Inspect it for you.
Oh my
Receive it
god.
for you.
Let's open the chest when we get onto land.
If
I
that
wanna
boat just
see what's
explodes in the
inside.
distance.
Maybe it's a
You're not
mimic.
You're not.
Well, if it was a mimic, I'm sure it would have attacked me already when I was,
That's true.
No,
That's
a
true.
bit alone.
Kundali is gonna try and protect the chest from them. Make sure they don't open it. Or
All right, so
Eladin and Effie are just going to see a little explosion in the distance. We're never going to see him again.
Hey, it's my chest, all right. I looted it.
So in the back of the boat, Mort and Jasper have sprung up a very intense conversation with each other. They're just like back and forth, and their their voices get excited, and they seem to be in one way or another enjoying themselves quite well. They start throwing insults back and forth, and Mort gives quite the chuckle, and then he shoots one right back at Jasper. You ugly old fart, you've been You're almost as old as I am, and I'm just bone. And they're just like trading verbal blows, laughing the entire time. They clearly like each other.
Oh my goodness.
So you guys have pulled quite far ahead. Anything from our rowing boat?
You want to start the questions? Or okay, I can start.
Apologies, I muted
I'm
my
gonna-
microphone.
You're good. I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's just me. It's fine.
No, I asked a question and didn't get an answer, and everyone's talking, so I I'm assuming the sailing boat is steaming ahead of us, so I feel we've got a little more time, and they can be waiting ready for us at port.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Is that right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and ask Jasper to raise the sail so we're not going so fast.
Okay.
He
I'm
will
gonna-
do as you ask.
Yeah. I'm gonna busy myself.
thanks,
I'm gonna start continuously over and over again casting prestidigitation. I'm trying to try to tidy up myself and Effie, make us look more presentable and like the nobles that we are, in inverted commas. So quite lucky we came along to this ship that just appeared in our port. I tell you really can't choose who you're sent out on a mission with, can you, unfortunately? Nice to meet you. The name's Eladon. Grew up here in Burris, unfortunately, but, can't help where you're born. I believe you've met Miss Effie here, my lady. She's from Kaladesh, I believe.
Quite right. Born and raised.
They both do the salute. All hail the one.
Oh,
That's it.
Kaladeshan yourself. Interesting. But you were a prisoner on the ship that's also from Kaladesh.
A prisoner on my own ship.
Oh, it was your ship.
Well, I mean, I was the first mate. We used to crew that thing. We did, raids upon raids, just up and down the coast.
Oh, I see. So, how did you become to be a prisoner on your own ship? Must be an interesting story.
It is indeed. Funny that you should ask that.
I'm constantly reading their brains with tech thoughts.
Yes, so they're, okay, so at what point do they realize that do they only recognize that you're reading their thoughts if you probe
If
deeper?
I push deeper, yeah, I get surface thoughts, and it's only a minute, and I'm pushing the limit of it at this point for the minute.
All right. So you're getting feelings of grandeur and even maybe pride and some bits of satisfaction. So the emotions have changed, and they're very positive to go with this conversation. And
I'm still, as I'm talking over my shoulder, casting and recasting prestidigitation on the premise that I'm tidying ourselves up. I would even offer to them. So.
Yeah, they would. I don't. Gables, remind me. Kaladesh doesn't. Do they have a ban on magic?
Only like state sanctioned, church sanctioned stuff.
They like cleric.
Yeah, they like clerics. They do have some arcane casters, but it's casters that are run by the church.
Okay, so they will not accept your offer of cleanliness just based on their customs.
Yeah. No worries.
All right, so the story Kane tells is long-winded and quite unbelievable, if you will. All right, so he'll start by saying we had just raided this monastery along the coast, and our resident wizard Talc, you may have seen his corpse in the basement of that bloody ship. So, Talc Stevens was the guy who got blown up by the
These names.
I have no recollection of any events like this.
yeah, you know, it's funny that that's the guy you killed though. It was like perfectly placed. Yeah, Talc, he is a real bloody joker. So they ended up finding some spell scrolls, and one of the spell scrolls was a gate spell. Talc wasn't he recognized it for what it was, but he was not near like high enough like a tier of wizard to use it. I believe is gate 8th level, 7th level,
Nine.
So,
ninth.
Ninth,
It's
I
9th
think.
level. Okay. Well, you can understand why everything went wrong when he cast it, or he spent days attempting to, and he eventually was able to get a smidgen of magic out of it, and in that instant, it created a portal that just sucked the entire ship into Hades. And they spent the better part of 6 months fighting off the skeletons and various other lower level Hades-esque creatures, and eventually they are overrun after the majority of the crew has been slain off, and it's just the 3 of them plus the captain left. Just the 3 of them plus and Tybella, which they had, who was already in the brig. She had already been locked up because she had been taken prisoner from.
They had taken her prisoner.
They had taken her prisoner. Yes, Tybella was a previous. She was a prisoner from a previous raid before the monastery raid.
Interesting.
So she had been with.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
You say the captain survived. It's just we I don't think we encountered him ourselves in our rescue mission.
Yes, last we saw of him, he was locking the door to his cabin.
Right. Not entirely certain your captain actually survived in the end, but we shall see. We shall see. So now you're free. I don't suppose you've got any aims, plans.
Well, I guess we'd like to find a new crew.
I mean, finding a crew would be brilliant. You'd need a ship first, right?
Well, of course, but Bariz is always looking for crewmen.
You mean to join a crew?
Yes. I prefer first mate myself, but I'll take second or third off some ship. And
understandable.
he'll make a couple remarks that would be able to inform you that he believes Bariz is still under Kaladesh control. Which, knowing your history growing up in Kaladesh, Bariz fought for it earned or stole or redeemed its freedom about 30 years prior.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
So I've been constantly casting Prestidigitation. I would like to, in between castings of Prestidigitation, recast Detect Thoughts. And I can do so with my feet without using components once a day.
Okay.
I believe I may be able to get away with this.
Kane's really engrossed in his story. He can feel that you're eating it up, or that's the impression he wants to get. So that's what he's seeing from you guys. Gregory in the back he's leaning on the back. He's not really paying. I mean, he's listening, but he's not super focused on anything at this point. He's like reliving the glory days in his head.
Forgive me because I'm not familiar. I would just like to weave conversation start dropping. I don't know. Hinting and steering conversation away to Kaladesh's rule over baddies. To try and get those thoughts to the surface of their mind to make sure that what I'm thinking has happened. They're out of time.
Yeah. Directing your questions in a manner they wouldn't find it suspicious. It seems like fairly normal conversation to them.
Bringing up like a ruling figure of the time.
Yes.
Or an event that's happened.
Yeah.
Something.
Yep. Okay. All right. I guess what is the so you're trying to confirm your idea that they are that, like you said, they're out of their time.
Yeah, as in they're from
Okay.
a different time, some time ago, or
Yeah.
they have been away longer than they think, or they think it's a different year to what it is. Is what I'm trying to ascertain.
Okay. So you would have. Did you ever go to the bottom floor?
I did not know.
You did not. Okay.
did.
You did. Okay. So probably in the midst of this conversation, you would be able to relay to Eladin, and maybe Kane would even probably bring it up, that Mort kept track, or as best he could, of the days that passed in the hold of the ship. There was like an entire wall that was covered with scratch marks from Mort's like teeth as he attempted to.
There was a lot of scratch marks.
There was a lot. So they would know that they'd been there for close to 50 years. But they'd still make the assumption that
Yeah.
Breeze is under Kaladesh control.
That's it, because Eladin, I knew that was the case, but Eladin didn't know that.
Okay. Yeah, you would have. You definitely would have been able to discern that. Yeah.
So upon that, I'm going to push back to what they're going to do next. What their aims are. And I'm going to push conversation towards, after they come aboard a crew. What's their aims? Where they're going to go from here?
Beyond the crew. All
I
right.
want to know if they're going to go back to piracy.
Absolutely. Yeah. You can tell they feel proud of they'll even like maybe share some horror stories with you, horror to you and to Afia, but not so much to themselves. They're clearly, and you'll even catch like Gregory like smiling on occasion as Kane tells these tales. They're brutal and gruesome, and he'll talk about
And
just
I'll hang on to those bits, especially ones against anybody other than human.
yes, yeah. They'll be very he'll be very expressive. He'll even like at times stop rowing, and he'll like put his hands up and just he'll express himself rather than just with words. He'll be he's clearly getting into it while he's telling these stories.
So I'll let him go on with this. I'm just gonna put a message into Efia's head saying, not certain what to do, but we can let the
All right,
leave it at that.
we will say you're getting quite close to the dock at this point.
Yeah.
So the other group here, I'm going to move you guys and put you on the new map. Yeah, so the other group has been on shore for a little bit at this point. We will.
Where are they from us?
They're a couple 100 yards ahead. I'm going to paste them on the other map here. And then you guys would be coming in behind them.
Is this daytime?
Yes. It is dimming a little bit, but you have
A little bit.
yeah. You still have time till nightfall.
Okay. Oh. Okay, that's ruining some of my plans, but that's fine.
Turn this around.
You know, witnesses and all that junk.
All right, we will move you guys to the new map.
Believe me, at this point, I do want to make sure they don't, just throw them into the harbour, watch them go down. But
Yeah, I would say you're still several hundred meters off of the shore. The
Yeah,
other
but-
group, if there's anywhere the other group would like to move in that time frame, you're welcome to. You should be on the new map.
so if we're several hundred meters from the shore, if I look towards the shore, would it be noticeable if two people disappeared from this boat?
Make
That's what we're asking.
yeah, make a perception check from just make a perception check. See if you notice anybody. So looking towards the dock, these boats are fairly large. You're not able to see any people on deck. You can see, there's nobody on this pier. There isn't anybody, off to your left. There are no visible entities from your location, no.
Right. So at this point, instead of I don't know what to do, I'm going to message into Everath's head.
Mhm.
I don't think
Oh,
these gentlemen should reach the shore.
I don't
Um,
either.
You can't reply, unfortunately.
No, I'm thinking. I got a
Yeah.
plan though. I got a plan though.
Just,
Good.
Drop your message.
if you think we can deal with them, lead the way, and I've got your back. And I'm going to
Okay.
be prepared to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay, you
If
are gonna cast
Evia
that.
does
I'm gonna be
anything.
ready for that. I look at you and I just kind of nod, just demurely before turning back to our two compatriots in this boat, and I'm gonna say, "Wow, what an amazing story and lives y'all have led! Truly, you are heroes of Kaladesh." And I'm going to cast Charm Person at 2nd level, if I'm allowed, on both of them, so I can do it for both of these two.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to see if that works, if they can make a wisdom saving throw.
All right. They are at +0. So this is both of their rolls. You're not in combat, so they do not have advantage. This will be Kane and then Greg. What was the DC?
Fuck you, Ken.
13.
Spell save 13.
They both fail.
They fail?
They
Awesome.
both fail.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think of. I just realized they regard me as a friendly acquaintance, but not like friends. I think before you get to shore, we do want to have you smell a little better. It'll heighten your chances of getting a job, a crew. We should probably, I know I said I couldn't swim, but I didn't want them to know in case they decided to leave me on the boat. But I think we should try to swim to shore. I think it would be a good bath for you two, and that way you can present the best of our people when you arrive on shore. I think you can really show off your prowess arriving free from the gates of Hades.
We could
No.
even stop the boat here, and let you take a dip, and then bring you back aboard. And this
Yes,
mention here
even better.
does have a great idea on this.
All right.
So
And I have a lute for music. So when you come back, you will even smell, you will look better.
I
You'll
like
come
it.
back to cheerful music.
I need a persuasion roll at advantage.
Okay. Oh, wait, I'm already on her street, and I don't know why my brain is like, just two brain cells rubbing together. Dang, with advantage and I'm both getting 13s. What is this nonsense?
They 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 think it's kind of a strange idea to shower out here in the ocean. But they're not
Hot water stuff for your skin.
they're not opposed to the idea. Kane will gesture for Eladin to grab the oars and do a little backstroking, and they will both they'll remove their outer layers of clothing, and they'll both take a nice little dip over the side.
I'm just gonna again into Effia's head. I mean, just nod at me. We're doing this. We're ending them here, right?
We are definitely. I look at you and nod, like slightly aggressively. I'm like, mm-hmm.
In that case, you will see my pistol appear in my hand at my side,
Okay.
and I'm going to
pulling out
raise
my
my
crossbow.
pistol.
I loudly start regaling everybody my story of how I took over that boat out there, and I start making a scene over in this direction.
I bring
What's that?
Parelia and more to the boat.
And then I am going to, with my other hand, cast Eldritch Blast and aim it at the head of Gregory.
All right.
Okay,
I will
I'm
give
gonna
you
take my crossbow.
all 3 of those attacks will be at advantage.
Okay.
That will hit. That's a crit.
To clarify, I'm not firing my pistol. It's just my arcane focus. My pistol is loud.
Oh, yes. I was wondering what you were going to do
yeah.
with that. All right.
No, it's just my arcane focus, which is why I summoned it.
Got it. Okay.
I am just using my Eldritch Blast because it is quieter.
I
I'm using
Yeah.
my crossbow, but it's a two-handed weapon, so.
maybe we get a special effect out of our crit there? Eldritch Blast.
Yeah,
crit?
sure.
Gables have a
Let's
card
see.
for that.
Double damage, bombardment.
All right. So you are, you just straight up obliterate. I don't know whichever one you were targeting with the Eldritch Blast.
Gregory. I
Gregory.
wanted Effie to have the pleasure of Kane and his gory stories.
Yes.
Thank you.
Gregory just like his chest just disappears, and his arm goes up, and he just sinks below the wave as your crossbow bolt finds its mark on Kane, and he would not at this point really be able to defend himself, so he's just going to. It doesn't outright kill him, but it is enough that he. We'll give it. It causes. This isn't how necessarily would work, but it pins his legs together, and he's unable to tread water very well as he slowly sinks. So he locks eyes with you. He keeps eye contact as he slowly sinks below the waves. Unable to swim, and he does one last time. He does the Kaladesh salute, and you see air bubbles come up out of the water as he repeats the phrase as he begins to drown as he sinks.
Alan waves his hand and does a very small wave goodbye as he disappears.
I'm looking at them both, and I'm like pathetic trash.
Does Kundalini see this happening?
I've
been keeping my eyes on the ship.
You were keeping okay. You would definitely have seen the two go overboard. You could piece together what happened. Yeah.
Why did they? Kundalini is just thinking to himself, like, why did they just wait to kill them on land? They're stuck out there.
They're not stuck. Paladin's then going to slowly sit down, give one oar to Effia, take one oar himself, and we're going to row ourselves back to shore.
I'm gonna ask for a high five before we do because we did amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So it'll be
drinks on me tonight, okay?
Very much appreciated and always welcome.
Oh, okay, great.
It will take you several minutes to finish the trek. So, what would our group already on the shore like to do? I said Brick was
Regaling
proclaiming.
everybody with the
Yes.
story of our
So
heroic.
while you're doing this, looking around for people, you'll notice that a couple of people had popped up on the hatch, some sailors on this boat, and there was a couple of sailors that have decided to start messing with the rigging on this boat over here. Other than that, there really isn't any of the regular populace around. I guess some other things that would be noticed. You see this Triton rushing around outside of this building over here. And then you would not have seen that because that door is shut. Maybe you'd notice there is a platoon of dwarven militia. Militia? Is that what you call the local
Sure.
dwarven? The local militia, which are members of the guild. Hardware. They're like Anvil and Sickle, I believe. That's the military guys, right? Military. Yep. City Watch. Yeah, you'd notice they're proudly displaying their armor that has the City Watch, the Anvil and Sickle. So these guys are like the marching, just along the dock. What would you guys like to do?
Datley helps to Bella off and asks if Mort's gonna come with him.
Absolutely. Let's get this party started. He floats up, hovers, and he kind of sticks around your left side and just observing the area around him.
I'm gonna ask how high can he float up?
Well, about as high as you want me to.
Really?
He he has levitate. He's able to just go in a display of that. He shoots up, 30, 40 feet into the air and comes back down.
That's pretty cool. I was gonna figure up there with my mage hand if you were, so you can get a sky high view if you wanted to, but it looks like you can do it yourself.
That I can. His the clacking of his jaw. The voice is fairly high pitched. It's probably not quite what I'm doing when I try to do a voice for him, but it's a tad bit annoying for he also likes to chat. So even when I'm not like role playing him, he's chatting away. He's making noises. He whistles a little bit. Yeah, he likes to make noise.
I'm going to ask him if he remembers where he like his life before he became a skull. Was he a human? Was he another race? What was he? If he remembers.
He does not recall. He knows he had been in Hades for a long time before he embarked on the ship after it had been overrun by the skeleton crew and such.
Does he have like any what's the word, like does he, besides just being a chatterbox, does he have any like desires that he wants to like? Does he really want to do anything that he really wants to like explore? Or is there a particular thing that's like ingrained into him that he wants to do?
He is happy to tag along.
Okay.
He's looking for adventure.
He's looking for adventure. Well,
I mean, he's been cooped up in the same hold of a ship for the last 50 years.
Let's remember that part correctly. Well, you're gonna get a lot of adventure now, Mort. We're going all over the place.
Oh, there's two Jaspers.
His twin brother came. Spider-Man meme. Let's see. I'm gonna say to some more. Yeah. One of the things I set off for my village was to go out and explore, and you can join me if you want.
I shall. We will have good times together, Metal Man.
Thank you. Thank you. After talking to Mort, I'm just gonna make sure Tabella is stable on her feet again, and if anyone else wants to go, they can.
She seems to be. Kundali, was there anything you'd like to do?
I'm gonna realizing Miss Mensha and Eladin are fine. I'm gonna grab the chest and go
No.
on to the dock, and I'm gonna thank Jasper. I'm gonna bow. I'm gonna like, is there anything you need of us, Jasper? Just call. We are the.
He nods to you, smoking his pipe, and he'll be like, "'Twas an excellent adventure, wasn't it?"
It was. And it was a pleasure.
The pleasure is all mine.
Well, goodbye.
Have an excellent rest of your day.
I like Jasper.
I will.
He's a nice
I'm
one,
gonna take the chest.
Yes, I gave control to everyone if anyone really wants, if people want to move the chest. All right. Brick. So everybody on shore will have noticed the patrol. You would have seen our Triton guy over here, he's kind of like sprinting around. He seems very agitated. There you go. What's some other things you'll see? Other than the lack of regular people, which, the sailors, there isn't really anything else going on. Here's what we'll do. We will put some movement turns on here so people can figure out where they're going. It is
My mouse was hovering
9.
over your initiative, so I thought it was 618 for a second. Wow. I
That's
give myself a nat 20 for this.
Yes. And we will give these guys an initiative. Which they will roll. Let's say 14.
Do we know what year it is? Do our characters?
Gables, was it 13 something
I'll
or
look it up
other?
real quick. Hold on. I always forget. It's 13 something.
13 something. I just want to ask Tabella if she's been a captive on the boat, what year she was captured in, so I can kind of get a timeline.
I always forget where I put it. There it is, 1326.
26.
Jesus. Stop kicking me.
All right. We will commence from here then. Atlee.
Now that we're safe on shore and she got super healed on the boat, I am going to kind of just ask her now in Elfish if that's, because we've kind of been conversating in that the entire time, how she ended up on that boat and how long ago she ended up on that boat specifically as well.
Yes. She would. She seems more talkative now that you've given her some hospitality. You mended her injuries. She will give you much a similar story, at least the Hades part. Very similar story to what Kane and Gregory had given the other boat. She will include several details about how her village, I guess it was more, Yeah, it would have been more like a village. Her village was raided by, over many years, the Kaladesh had raided her village a dozen times, and she's quite young for an elf. She is 50 years older than she was when she was captured, but again, looks young. Like, what elves reach human maturity at, like
100-ish.
100-ish? So she would have been... She's still a kid in Elfish. She would have been maybe 20 or something when she got picked up.
So is she 70 now?
Yeah, she would be
She's like
70-ish.
between 15 and 8,
Yes, she's a teenager, yeah.
maybe even a little longer.
Yeah, and you could make... She even though she's warmed up a little bit, she's still a little standoffish. Has how a American teenager would. Maybe she's a little snarky at times. American teenager kind of thing.
Is speaking in Elfish helped at all?
She does that. That's part of the reason she warmed up to you so quick is because she's speaking in her home tongue. Yeah,
Okay,
so
I've been
she'll give you
asking-
that story, and then we will move on to Brick here.
I will see Kundalini unloading my chest. Be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's open that together. I take out my crowbar.
Jasper, do you mind getting your boat away from us? We might explode.
No. I already checked it. It's totally safe.
I don't trust you, Brick.
Hatley dodges.
Jasper definitely doesn't want his
We can at least do the kindness and have him move his ship.
he
Sure.
will do as you ask, and he will sail off to off the map.
Gonna raise
All
my
right,
shield.
crowbar in. Let's go.
He's gonna place it down, and then have Miss Atley and Psalm to please back up.
I will back up.
Yes.
On your
Where-
turn.
Where is my sack of paperwork at this point?
It's safely in Jasper's boat, obviously.
Fucking.
No, I'm just kidding. It's in my bag.
If you destroy my paperwork, I will not be happy.
You're the one putzing around over there killing pirates.
You made the mistake of leaving it with him.
I know, believe me, I know.
All right, crowbar, go.
So Mort seems especially interested in this. He'll float up to Brick as Brick, sticking his crowbar in there, and he'll be like, "Man, Bassity boy, you really got the guns, don't you?"
They're all right. I gotta work on them some more.
What's your bench?
400.
Hey, back when I was a skeleton, he'll start talking mostly nonsense about when
I
he
use it as a nice white noise as I'm, grinding into this thing, trying to open the.
Yes, make your athletic check at advantage. Yeah, you managed to stick that crowbar right in there and give it a nice pop, and the lid flies open. Roll me dex saves. I'm just joking. There's no explosion. All right, I need you to roll me a D1. Roll me 3 D100.
88, 55, 42.
88, 55, 42. All right. I'm going to come back to you on what those items are. So I do not have. I don't have the tables brought up at this point. The 55. No, the 88. No, the 42. Sorry, the 42 will be in gold. The other two will be various other items that I will make a note of and figure that out later.
Cool. And that'll be my turn.
All right. So we will. This is all going on while Ephia and Eladin are still chatting before they kill them. I guess it would have been like right at that moment because Kundali's there. All right. Kundali, the chest has been popped open, and there's these items inside that you don't know what they are yet because I haven't figured it out. But they're cool, whatever they are.
Ooh. I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna wait for Miss Mancha and Mr. Eladin.
Alrighty. Mort will continue chatting about, the contents, look at the gold, and whatever else this cool thing is. Back to Atlee and your elvish conversation.
I am just going to. I'm gonna ask Tybella. It's just. I'm guessing she knows it's been 50 years.
About, yeah.
I'm gonna ask her if she thinks her village is still around her, if it's been liberated completely, or well, I'm not gonna mention it being destroyed, or if she thinks something else has happened.
She would essentially shrug her shoulders. She has no way of knowing. She doesn't have any information that you don't have. She knows it was pretty well ransacked when she got taken.
I'm going to, while asking this question, I'm going to ask her. I'm going to like kind of really focus to see how her reaction that it is to is if she wants to go back or not.
She would indeed love to know the fate. She's a little torn though. You can tell she wants to go back, but she also doesn't want to face the possible reality that everyone she ever knew is dead.
Guessing 50 years is only like 10 years, or like 5 years for a human. So that's not too long time. Do I have a map? I don't know if I do have a map. I would offer to bring her back, but I don't want to make an offer for the party. I will just say I will help as I can to get her back home.
She seems to really appreciate the thought. Maybe she puts her hand on your shoulder, and you can tell that she is grateful, very grateful.
I was just going to say, as she was talking about it earlier, that I know what it's like having your hometown just, I guess, completely raided and losing precious people. Because it happened to him too. Atlee as well.
Yes.
I don't really have anything more to do. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I think that'll be it.
You will, having this discussion, you'll have noticed, again, we see, just for clarity's sake, you see the dwarf troop, and you also have noticed there is a band of motley, brigands of motley, like, there's a minotaur and some lizard man and some orcs that have descended from the city proper into the dock area. You do. You are able to. You catch a glimpse. How tall is the wall? It's 5-6 feet. The minotaur's like 12 feet tall.
Oh, so he's a big boy.
Yeah.
If I catching a glimpse of this, I'm gonna yell over to Brick and Kundali, and and say, "Hey, I think a skirmish is about to break out. There's a band of brigands and a the guardsmen are about to walk in each other's path. I think that might be why everything is kind of hushedly quiet around here."
Another fight so soon. All right.
No,
think
you know,
so.
no punches have been thrown. Brick.
Yet.
Well, with that in case, I will pick up these mystery items and pocket them and get ready for a fight.
All right. As you guys are moving up the dock, our oared boat does pull up. And you guys manage to sling a rope and tie yourselves off. And you can depart on your turns, depart onto the dock. So, is there anything else you wanted? Yeah. Yep.
I was just gonna say I was gonna help both Miss Mensha and Mr. Eladin. Your last name's Eladin, right?
Nope. I have one
Your
name.
last name. You have one name. Well,
His last name would be
He might not have told it.
I have
That's-
told you one name. One name only.
I have it written on the side of
Yes.
the
Oh,
board
yes,
here.
yes. No. As you're aware, I have one name.
It is true.
For a reason.
All right. Was there anything else you wanted to do, Brick, besides notify everybody of the trouble, potential trouble?
Maybe I'll start dashing towards it too. I also made sure I grabbed the items out of this thing to
Right.
that way nobody like loots from behind us.
Alrighty. So our band here. They're just moseying their way on closer. And you'll notice that they notice the dwarven patrol. Again, at this point, they have not drawn their weapons. You don't know what their intentions are, but they do look like a pretty rough bunch. Silver, what would you like to do?
Before I depart, I'm gonna just turn to Eladin and I'm just gonna look at them and just kind of say thanks again for your help. I really appreciate it. You were amazing, and was also part of their team. Just asking Eladin for clarification.
Sorry, you cut out. Is who
got this?
part of their team?
Is Mort part of their team? Was part of their
Not that they
raiding crew?
mentioned. But I do agree, my lady.
Okay.
We make an excellent team.
We do.
I hope to do it again soon. Give you a hand off the boat.
Me too. Thank you. I'm gonna accept your hand off the boat, and I think Kundali said he was gonna help me off, so I'm just like gonna gently step onto the shore. Very happy that my dress is now fixed. Wipe my hands off from working those oars, and I'm gonna try and turn and help you off as well. I'm gonna say thanks. I'm also gonna tell Kundali thank you for meeting us at the port. Good listening ears.
Friendly nod.
That's
All
it.
right.
That's
Our dwarves will have noticed the guys over here, and in formation and marching order, they do. They seem to angle themselves a little to the north, or I guess it's technically west, but we will call it north. In their movement, instead of coming the direction they were going, they angle upward a little. They don't say anything. They just march. Maybe there's a tune. Their bass voices are keeping a tune together so that they march in time. Our Triton up here has noticed the. No, he has not noticed. He is quite oblivious. So he continues his mad dash around here. You can maybe. You probably can't hear anything. But no, you wouldn't be able to hear him saying anything. And he's kind of running in circles. Maybe picks up something, looks at it, puts it back down. Elodin.
Is Miss Mencher off the boat, or is she still on the boat?
Yes,
Oh.
I'm off the boat. Sorry,
Oh, goody.
I
That's
forgot to
fine.
move my token.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Just checking. I am going to come up behind. I'm gonna put a my hand on Cornelia's shoulder and just say apologies for the ruse. We are friends, I promise. Give him a quick pat and then just walk on by. I think we're done. That will end my turn.
Kicking me, Luna.
I'm gonna date.
You just cut out.
That's the end of my
All right, Mort will do some floating.
turn.
He'll float up a little ways, and he'll like he'll be maybe 10 feet above Brick and just behind, and he'll be like, those guys look like bad news. we might get to see a brawl. Atlee.
So what I am going to do is, let's see, how far was that? That's 20 feet. That's 30 feet. I am going to walk up to Brick. I'm going to pat Brick on the shoulder, and I am going to guidance him. And then I'm going to step up, making my way up further. I'm going to say, you got this, Brick. Something about to happen, and I know you can do this, bud. And then continue to walk my way up towards that.
All right.
I guess I got a dash to get through Conde.
It's wider than it looks.
Well, I'll still dash to get over here. But like, all right, let's see. I'll get to right. I'll get to right here-ish, and then I'll try to just like look nonchalant, like I'm not like just running to a potential brawl. Like I'm cool. I'm cool.
All right. So under this umbrella here, there's several piles of cannonballs. Maybe there's pieces and parts of even like cannons. Like you could recognize there's like the rear end cap of a cannon. Maybe there's a roll of wick for lighting the cannons. There's a bunch of cannon pieces there. All right. Our buddies up here. Our Minotaur in front will give a pretty deep snort, and he will make some. He'll like gesture for his crew, and they take a little bit closer to our dwarven squad here. He'll maybe he'll like do some like, what would that be, like stomping with his foot like a bull would do. Pushing it down and dragging it back, and he's doing like this whole aggressive snorting thing the entire time. But he doesn't actively. He's posing. He doesn't like attack them at this point.
Posturing. If
Posturing, yes, that's the good word. Yes. Silver, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna see everybody heading towards the fight and go, of course, before using my movement to move here and just getting for anything to happen. One finger ready to grab my crossbow, and that's it.
All right.
I got 3 slots. There's 2.
our dwarves will not change their path. They're gonna like march straight through
What?
the bunch of them in like a show of force, like they're the ones in charge, kind of thing. And there were not any. So when they do that, they're they kind of like have to push through the orcs, and maybe the one bumps the minotaur, and they continue on through. And there's some crass words between them. They don't. Here's what we'll do. All right, one of the rear orcs, as the dwarves push through, he kind of gives the dwarf a big shove back, and the dwarf manages to keep his feet, but he's clearly agitated, and he leaves. He gets knocked out of formation. And we will. So the dwarves already have their weapons drawn. So the the rapscallion group all put their hands on their sheathed weapons. Our Triton over here has finally noticed the commotion. And he puts down his clipboard notebook thing and takes a couple steps out into the street, seeing what's going on. Eladin.
I'm assuming I see this starting to brew up here.
Yes, you are able to tell a
Yeah.
confrontation is most likely imminent.
If he's going to hear a little sigh and just go, well, I was hoping it wasn't going to be quite so soon, but I may need your help with the words. I'm going to rush forwards 1, 2, 30 feet whilst saying into Brick's head, let's try words first, not fists.
I nod back at him and I give him a thumbs up.
And then I am going to cast Thaumaturgy to triple the volume of my voice, and I am going to shout at them. Just a huge, hey! Stop it and go your separate ways. We just had to deal with the ship in the harbour. Don't make us deal with you two.
Roll intimidation.
Now both the guards and the brigands attack us.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna GM roll that. All right. So from your vantage point, maybe you're able to see like the Minotaur and the Lizard Man, both look pretty unfazed. Maybe they tilt their head and maybe they turn slightly towards the voice. The orcs, on the other hand, all their hands release. They release the weapon, but they still stay very close by, and their eyes are on the Minotaur. The dwarves all look as stoic as ever. They're not.
I'll approach and I'm gonna be like, hey, we don't need any fights today. As fellow what's the word? As fellow foreigners to this land, let's not be spilling one another's bloods.
Who you calling a foreigner?
Uh-oh.
The Minotaur growls in your direction.
Oh, I just couldn't always just start like kind of just perfect like as a beastman, I figured that you may have been from the Beastlands. No offense if I was wrong, or no offense was intended. And I sort of just like bow and like, please, no more bloodshed.
All
Talking to the
right.
Minotaur.
Yes. He regards you incredulously. He looks down on you. Because he does tower, several feet above you. He's doesn't look particularly convinced. Mort's back here, and Mort he starts like singing a sea shanty, floating in the air above everybody. He's like, who lives in a pineapple? Wait, that's not a sea shanty.
Yes, it is.
I guess it kind of is, isn't it?
I mean, technically is, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not that one in particular, but he does.
Oh my gosh.
He does commence singing, and he's just kind of floating, 20 feet in the air and bobbing up and down as he sings. The green
I'm
light.
gonna give him a thumbs up. I was like, good job, dude.
Atlee.
Oh my gosh.
Seeing all this shenanigans go down, I am going to walk probably 30 feet in this direction, so this spot right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I am going to hold. Actually, do I want to hold an action? If I hold an action, can I choose not to use it?
Can you choose? Well, depends. What are your trigger parameters? If you set the trigger and the trigger doesn't happen, then you don't. Then you don't do the action.
You can choose to use it whether or not, or if the trigger happens too. Like
Okay, you can just
use
say.
it.
Choose not to,
Okay.
refrain. Yeah, if
Okay.
things change.
Well, I was going to hold action Toll of the Dead on, I guess, whomever attacks the guard if he is attacked.
Okay. Yeah. You can do that. Does Toll of the Dead have verbal components?
Let me tell you in 1 second. It has verbal and somatic.
Okay. So it is noticed that you are mumbling and maybe your hands are in some
Can I
sort
bend
of.
over to like tie my shoe?
Yeah. You can attempt to hide it.
Yeah, I'm gonna like bend over and tie my shoe while doing it.
All right. Brick.
I'll continue giving my thumbs up to Eladin. I'm like, all right, words. All right. Hey, cow pie.
Oh god.
I hear you
Great.
and your half-blood boys behind you were bred by elves and pigs as I walk up to them.
How about
And I'll cast Blade Ward as I'm coming up here. So, and I look back at Ellen like, yeah, words, yeah.
And you still have that temporary HP, right?
Yep,
Okay.
that is my armor of Agathist.
Just as flavour, how do you use my reaction to sigh, look over my shoulder and go, well, fight music it is. Use thaumaturgy to make Mort 3 times louder.
Here's what we can.
Mort.
Mort
Just
is now a
back up.
jukebox.
It's the party jukebox. We got these songs.
This one. How's this? I don't know if you can hear that. Okay. Yeah. So that's. Yep. Mort's voice gets significantly louder. All right. And we are on to the Minotaur's turn. So you have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Okay. All right. The Minotaur will respond to your insults, and he will indeed take a swing at you, which will be at
Guards.
Guards.
So he has his great axe. That's a +6. Drawing the great axe plus that's a 12.
Nope.
12 does not hit. All right. Does he have multi attack? He does not. The great axe comes. You see it coming, and it just slams into the stone beneath your feet. And the Minotaur gives a nice roar.
And I'll go, moo.
Oh my god.
That's pretty good. That's good.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Vicious
So
mockery.
the lizard folk to his left will.
Are you gonna do separate initiatives for them, or are they all gonna?
I was
They're
gonna.
all on this side.
Yeah, they're all on 15. That's what I'm gonna
Moving
do
as a
anyway.
group.
Yes. They will. The lizard folk will make an attack with his claws and with his bite, but he is focused on our dwarven buddy here. He's going to make 2 attacks at +5, which the double check. The second one will hit, which was the bite attack. Bite attack 1d10 +3.
Is my total to activate now? Because
Yeah.
someone attacked the dwarf.
Yes, your Toll of the Dead would, in fact, activate.
Do I need to like look at him to do that, or can I just like act like I'm tying my shoe and have it still told the dead him?
It would. You would be prepared for it.
All right, so I guess I guess he needs to throw a 15 DC Wisdom saving throw, and the what is so that's all damage,
Wisdom?
and I
Rolled a 13.
rolled a 13, so that means he fails and takes 1d8 necrotic damage. Is the target missing health points? No, unless they are.
He is not.
He takes 3
Yeah.
damage, and now he's missing health points. And above his head, while he takes the damage, there is a sound of toll bells, like a tow bell ringing.
Yes, to go with the sea shanties.
Yo ho ding.
All right, and then our orcs will all make their attacks. They will move. They are all at +5. So he's going there. This one's going to go here. That one's going to go to Brick. And then this one has movement. He does indeed have enough. He will also attack Brick. So that's 2 on the dwarf, which both miss, and 2 on Brick, which one is a crit fail.
Womp womp.
That is slashing.
His back. If this attack was made with a 2-handed weapon, you hurt your back and have disadvantage on athletics checks until you finish a short rest.
It was. Is a great axe 2-handed?
Yes,
I believe
yes,
it is.
is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he has disadvantage on
Mark them.
checks. That would be this guy.
Don't start. Don't you dare start.
Ephia, you're up.
Okay, solid. All right. Afia is going to move up, and seeing that we are apparently joining into a fray of combat, they're going to cast Vicious Mockery. Bop, bop, bop. Lunanix, if you do not stop it,
Wisdom save. Which guy are you targeting?
I'm gonna target the Minotaur. Since everybody
He
here
has.
decided that that's the one we're about.
He succeeds.
Oop.
And with that, I'm gonna end my turn. Just gonna I'm not out here willing to make an enemy of a Minotaur. I read Iliad. I'm not taking that L. I'm not gonna be very rude. I'm just gonna be like, why? To my friend who is, willing to take that L. Not me though.
All right.
And that will end my turn.
Our dwarves will make 1, 2, 3, 8 attacks total, all at +5.
Okay.
So this guy is 2 here. If he's not dead, he'll take 2 more. And then, so top to bottom here, 2 attacks. Those are both hits. And I think it will kill. It's 2d8 plus 6. 18. Does 18 kill? 18 does kill. So then the 2 more on the one below him, which both miss. No, second one hits. Takes 3 damage. Ah, hit the wrong button.
Yep.
And then on the lizard guy, which the second one hits. Oop. Just the first roll for 10. This guy will rotate down a little ways. Make his attacks. 1 hit. All right. Our Triton over here seems to he has acknowledged what's going on here. He moves a little bit closer, and he will cast a Ray of Frost, which is +7. It's 16 on the Minotaur, which hits for 3d8. 13 cold damage. All right, Eladin.
I am going to step slightly around the back of Effie. Just looking to go. Well, you can't say I didn't try. I'm just going to point my pistol at the Minotaur. It steps. No wonder I can't get up there. 1, 2, 3. So I can get there. Point my pistol and take a shot. That's my spell list. Ooh.
11 on the Minotaur.
Yep.
11 misses.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna, as a bonus action, just shout, "You're now outnumbered. This was a mistake." And retreat. End of turn.
The Minotaur roars in response.
Like I stand here and then I throw a punch, all going to be non-lethal. By the is it? Wait, it's 13 to hit this
13 hits.
red guy. Okay, and then I'm going to grappler. So as a free action, I get to grapple, or I can attempt.
So he does get a defending check against that.
That's the guy that has disadvantage.
And he's at disadvantage, yes. He failed. I'm
And
not
then
sure.
I'm
I'm not
going
sure he could have succeeded. Nope, he could not. He could not have succeeded.
To pull him away, or actually, I'm going to pull him away. 2, 3. Follow me. and then I'll hit him again with my.
And
And
that's a
it's always
crit.
at advantage
Ooh.
whenever I throw punches at. Wait, so what?
Boy.
You did say it was non-lethal, yes?
Non-lethal.
All right. A non-lethal crit punch.
It's just I'm grappling him, and I just do a quick just jab.
Punch is drop it, triple damage, and the target must make a DC 14 strength or dex throw. On a failed save, the target drops what they're holding.
I mean, I
He's
don't
just-
think.
He's unconscious.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think
it's-
he's
I mean,
still up.
if you hadn't, yeah, I mean that would have at full health. I think that would have just straight up killed him with triple damage there. Yeah, he's you managed to knock him completely senseless. He drops to the dirt.
For the sake of movement and all that, I'm gonna be here. He's gonna be here, and I'm gonna move right here.
Move.
Oh, sorry.
You're gonna be right there.
And
And
you're
I'll be
leaving
right-
him unconscious there.
He's unconscious. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Mort time.
Yeah, I wish there was like a ZZ
I think there is
thing.
asleep
Yeah,
or no.
they should add more of these. More
Oh, wait,
symbols.
the second face symbol that looks like someone sleeping, closed eyes. Yep.
Works for me. All right. Mort, he ups now, noticing that his singing voice is super loud now. He's putting more tremendous amount of effort into his he starts like beatboxing a little bit, and then he throws in like you know a big solo, and then it ends with a big like crescendo of just skeletal singing. And it's reasonably well done. Like you wouldn't fault him if you were listening to him in a bar. You were drunk, you would probably think it was pretty good.
Oh my goodness.
He floats a little closer.
Heck yeah. Atlee's gonna walk up to the Minotaur and says, and as in he's gonna do inflict wounds, and reach out and touch him and say, "You really shouldn't have started this fight."
That's you need a 14.
I need a 14 to hit him.
Yep,
I just gained.
that hits. You're 3d10. I believe,
Okay,
right?
roll.
I think that's what
Yes.
inflict wound is.
Yeah.
15 damage.
Exactly average. Wow.
Yeah, really exactly average.
Hmm.
As a, do I want to do that? Yeah, why not? As a bonus action, I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Spell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't
Can't
double
do that.
cast. Double
You can't
cast
double
level
cast?
spells.
You
No.
can cast a
Atlee is
cantrip
going-
and a spell, but not two spells.
Atlee, as he is trying to do that, like he points his hand out and just like fizzles, and his turn ends because he's confused why it doesn't happen. Once again, he's confused.
He's new to the paladin stuff apparently. Brick,
He's
you're
like,
up.
what is this? Why is this working?
The Minotaur recoils from as the necrotic energy courses through his body.
I tell him a random fact, and it hurts his brain.
TC 13. He has a plus wisdom? Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Oh, yeah, he fails.
All right. He has that to his negative to his next saving throw.
All right. We are going to add this to turn order. And it's going to be at 0. 0 is good. All right, so we've got our Minotaur with his one attack. This is a +6 on Brick. 16.
Nope.
He misses. And then we're going to go top to bottom. Our orc with a +5. That will hit our dwarf guy for 9. And then the lizard guy, use his special. The lizard, he's a render. The lizard render will use his action rend the field. So he gets to make a claw attack against each creature of his choice within 10 feet of him.
Oh.
And then if you are hit by it, you have to make a DC 13 strength saving throw. So this is going to be a +5 against 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be here, down, down, and then Brick is the last roll. This is at +5. That's a hit on the first one. That's a miss on the second one. +5. That's a hit on the third one. And that's a miss on Brick. So that was the second one and the third one both take. Oh, wait. He has advantage on melee attacks against creatures that don't have ult. So that first attack, that one there. Oh, that's the one he hit anyway. He'll fish for a crit. Nope. Ifia, you are welcome to go.
Okay. Oops, wrong button. That is not the right button. I am going to move here, beside button, and I am nope. Going to my foot and say, why? Why can't we just go get a drink like I had planned? And I am going to cast just mockery at the Minotaur
Because
again.
there's a brawl to be had.
Of course.
Just got to reply. Just
Press it. Nope.
how about we just take a seat on this wall?
I starting to think that might be a good idea.
Who's
I
making the
can't
save again?
reach.
The Minotaur. Sorry, I
Okay.
hit it twice.
He fails.
Okay.
Nice.
Takes his he's got all these random thoughts shooting through his head. You know, Brick's insulting him, and you guys are both. Oh wait, you're also insulting him. And it was oh, that's
I just told him random
Well, like a
facts.
nice-
He
right.
couldn't
You're
hear.
right. You're the mind sliver.
I
Yeah.
told him I just wanted to go have drinks with friends, and I'm upset that they decided to brawl instead.
Making him feel guilty that he has done this to us.
I am. And who do I think is gonna least likely survive this encounter?
I mean,
Atlee, your health
there's
is
only
kind of
one of
low,
us. Yeah.
so I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on you, Atlee, just because I'd be worried.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that a
Alright.
1d6 to
Did you
anything?
poop your diaper?
Attack rolls or
Um,
saving throws or ability checks. Anytime you roll a d20, basically.
Oh, that's so nice.
Mm-hmm. That's huge.
And you can choose after you've rolled as well. You don't have to choose before you've rolled.
Oh, I could choose anytime. That's even nicer.
Yeah,
I can kind
but
of
before
bank
you
it
know
then.
the result, before you know if you've failed.
Yeah.
So this guy is going to be 1d.
oh, and with that out in my turn because that was my bonus action.
All right.
Oh, that
Mm-hmm. And then the other one makes his attacks, and that's crit. Our orc fellow is dead. And
ignore that.
then
Now breaking my thing.
so it's 2 on the lizard, and then 2 on the lizard, which is what's his? He's 1, 2, 3 hits, and that is for And our friendly Triton over here was like, hey, you guys got this handled? I got stuff to do.
No, we're fine. You go about your business. Huge minotaur in the street. No worries.
All right, that's good. I really got
Let's
to
hang
get
out
this.
later.
I really got to get this inventory done. He'll throw another frostbolt out there, which misses, and then he'll resume his inventorying. He'll go collect his clipboard and start walking around again over there. This time, you're able to hear him mumbling to himself. It's something along the lines of, "Man, there's like 8 cannonballs missing hair. They're missing a whole barrel of gunpowder. Oh man, I really gotta find that map. Where did that map go?" And he'll retreat inside. Well, maybe not retreat so much, but he goes through the open door and leaves your line of sight. Eladin.
So, I am going to walk along here, take a seat on this crate. My dear Heffy, you're welcome to join me, but you may not be able to see in a short while. And I'm going to hold my action to cast a spell after Effie's turn. Which you're just going to sit
Said I
and
wouldn't
watch.
be able to see for a short
Yep.
while.
All right.
Gunley moves there. He's going to attack the lizard.
Need a 15. 15 hits.
Damn right does. And then oh, he's close.
He's at 1 HP.
I'm gonna grapple him.
And that is at +3. So 13.
Okay, then I'm gonna flurry of blow, and I'm gonna throw a punch at him, and then I'll throw a punch at the Minotaur.
So the lizard missed, and then a crit fail on the Minotaur.
Oh no. The first one was I
Oh,
hadn't made the second.
you're right. Okay, so the crit fail is on the lizard then.
Yeah, and the 22 is on the Minotaur. And for the Minotaur, I'm going to really. I'm going to topple him.
So he needs a strength save not to fall over.
DC 13 Dex save.
Dex save. He succeeds. +0, but he rolled a 19.
That's the end of my turn.
All right. Mort
you need
is.
to do the crit fail effect.
Oh, that's right. Gables, do you have a crit fail for melee punching?
Okay,
Uh, Did he not say he was BRBing?
Oh, is he? He might be missing.
oh yeah, for the diaper.
I
But we'll
believe.
find out in a sec.
Yeah, it's fine. So good. Mort is he seems to be running out of ideas. He's run through several of his sea shanties, and he's kind of at this point he's just kind of resorted to shouting insults. He's kind of copying what Brick's style was doing there. He's still floating, 20 feet in the air, and is the super loud shout still activated?
Oh, yeah. It lasts up to a minute.
Okay. Yep. He's just, doing some nice yelling. All right. We've got a new addition. So this door over here, the front of this shop opens, and you're able to see a cannon that gets wheeled out into the street. And it turns, and there's something odd going on with this cannon. You'll notice it's being pushed by like 30 rats. There's a whole pile of rats pushing this cannon, and walking behind it is this gnomish looking guy. Yeah, so he walks out and he's like chatting to himself. He's like, well, these guys always making trouble. This will be the last time they show up here and try to disturb my workshop hours. He takes the cannon and he gets up behind it. He has like a lit torch in his hand. He yells out to the group, "All right, Mr. Dwarves, get out of the way. I'm going to blast these fools." So he's got a torch in his hand and a cannon primed to fire that is being held by 30 rats.
You have disadvantage on melee attacks for 1d4 rounds.
Oh no.
Then that next attack against the Minotaur would have been disadvantaged. Do we even want to do?
For one round. No, it's fine. This cannon is.
I was gonna say they're about to die.
Atlee.
Atlee, looking at the surroundings, thinks it no longer makes sense to cast spiritual weapon, so he is happy his hand did not do that. He is instead going to see the Minotaur and be like, "You should stop trying to slap my friends with your hands, or not your hands, your great axe." And he's gonna kick him in the shins, but use that shin kick to activate inflict wounds.
Roll. Yeah. Need a 14.
Can I add that 1d6?
Mm-hmm.
You can.
How do I do that? I think I need the full 1d6 though to actually get this. Wow.
You got
There
it.
we go.
Roll your 3d10.
And I used all of my luck. Actually, no, that's pretty good.
That is impressive.
Yay!
It's close.
I'm gonna turn around and do I don't know what the hand symbol is called, but give 2 thumbs up to Effia and say that really helped. Thanks.
You're welcome.
And yeah, I think that's my turn.
All right.
I think that would work out that well.
Brick. You may be muted, Gables.
Oh, sorry. I was reenacting the poop face that my daughter gave me while my wife was gone. All right. I will try to hit this guy here with
Did you hear about the cannon?
I did hear about the
Okay.
cannon.
All right. I wasn't sure if you caught that.
I'm gonna try to just hit this guy. I'm gonna miss him.
Yes.
And that's that. UT.
All right. So our Minotaur, seeing the cannon pointed directly at him, he will begrudgingly call a retreat to his final 2 companions here. And he will disengage.
Oh.
Does he have 40 feet or just... He does have 40. This guy only has 30. He will also disengage.
That's Toll the Dead distance.
And this guy...
Oh, are they disengaging or are they just dashing away?
Yeah, they disengage.
Look, it's a stampede.
They all kind of lined up for the cannon too, unintentionally. If they're all probably still gonna die.
Okay, they're running. And I'm not too worried about this orc on the ground, and none of my spells are gonna make it that far. But my friend invited me to go join them on some crates. I am going to do so as I see this being rolled out, and I'm gonna think about whether or not I think my friends will survive this. I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration one more time on Atlee. You better make it worth it. Um,
It did last time.
and I'm gonna cast that on them, and then I will perch myself on the crate. Thank Eladin for inviting me to sit. And I'm gonna close my eyes and cover them with my hands because I like being able to see, just in case.
All
Tell me
right.
when I can open my eyes, my dear, and that'll end my turn.
Your whatever you were planning there, Eladin activates.
You might be muted.
I release my spell and everything goes black because I cast darkness.
You cast darkness. Okay. Do you have Devil's Sight?
I do.
You do. I thought you did. Okay. All right. All right. Our dwarf guys here. Wow, they get to make. They have plenty of movement, and they're not opposed to just putting these guys down. They've been a nuisance. So this guy will go up here. Those two will be on that one, and then this guy will. He has enough. He does have enough. So from top to bottom, this is 2 on the Minotaur, which both hit. And minimum damage will not kill. Will it? It will not. So I gotta roll that. That is 5 plus 6, which is his health. Minotaur drops to 0, and he was not. He was attacking lethally. He just he cleaves the Minotaur's spine in 2 as he's running away. And then we're gonna have 2 on this guy, which is a miss and a crit fail. Is that a miss? It is a miss.
Let me get that. You drop your weapon and must spend a bonus action to pick it up again.
All right, he spends his bonus action and picks up his weapon, and then we got 2 on our orc, which the second one hits. Oop, that's a 1d8, not a 2d8 for 7. And the other guy makes his 2 attacks. 1 hits. 4. I keep reeling 2d8. Didn't mean to do that. It's 9. He is dead as well. The lizard survived. For now. This guy
Yeah,
is in
about
his
that.
shop. Eladin!
I will, because my voice is also still under thaumaturgy, just shout out, "Hey, you missed the lizard dude. Let me get that for you." And I'm going to fire an Eldritch Blast at him.
And you have advantage because you are an unseen
Yes,
attacker. That hits, and minimum damage will kill him because he has 1 HP.
And then I will immediately let the darkness drop. All I needed for.
My goodness.
All right, we are out of combat then. You're the gnome over here with the cannon and the rats was he kind of like stomps around a little bit. He's like, "Man, I didn't get to use the cannon. You guys are spoil sports." He'll direct the rats. My pretties, please take the cannon back inside. So the rats wheel the cannon back into the interior. And he follows. The dwarven patrolmen start collecting the corpses, and one of them heads north, presumably to get some way of removing the bodies or some such.
Don't forget, one of them's still alive.
Oh, that's right.
Remind the
Yes.
guard
Yes.
that he's over there.
He is unconscious.
He's ours.
Yeah, he's ours. We all did that.
Keep your breath in those pockets.
Why
All right,
would
we
we
will
need him?
remove that. Remove that.
Why
Everybody
did you
has
keep him
to leave.
alive?
Because that was what my character would do.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's clearly been kept alive for questioning.
Right.
No.
All right, so it is, I believe, 10:30 is time.
Mhm.
10:30 for me. Is that right?
Looks like it.
We started at 7:30.
10:30.
Yes, that is
It
3
is,
hours.
yeah.
That was perfectly timed. Well done, guys. It was a mostly role play section, and I think it went pretty well.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I
Glad
did
to
too.
hear that.
Most especially Brick face planting in the side of the ship.
Hey, there's a dwarf-sized hole in that ship now.
This is
Yeah.
alongside Dent under the water.
Probably at the bottom of the sea.
I also did enjoy the little murder scene. That was quite cool.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I used-
murder.
I used all my brain power to take that skeleton's hand to use it with my hand too, and it didn't work. I used all my brain
That
power
was
for
an
that.
amazing thought. It really was. I wish it had worked.
Yes, me too. I will. It's probably as you suspected, or at least a couple of you suspected. The captain he was a revenant, and when the guy in the brig died, he dissolved into dust because that was the guy he needed to kill.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's what I thought. That's not what Ellen
Holy
thought.
cow.
And I was
I didn't
I was
know what
struggling to differentiate the two.
So that all worked out. Yeah, and he had the other arcane lock had been cast by him.
Mhm.
Before we leave, Kundley is going to go to that Triton and try to tell him that the gnome took his gun cannon.
Huh? What?
He's just going to snitch on that guy.
Yeah.
Did I miss something? Was the hints that he had a cannon stolen?
He
I-
told us that
he-
gunpowder and
Ah.
cannon was missing.
And a few cannonballs too, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Here, I'll move you.
I heard the
over
cannonball.
To, oh, you can,
Again,
you can
Eladin
see
wasn't
that.
here, so I tuned out what was going on.
Yeah, I
Uh,
go over to the Triton. Just tell him, like, oh, it's the gnome in that house where we were fighting.
What time is it, by the way? in game?
In game, it's getting on dark. It'd be very, very close to dark.
almost
So as we finish up here, the Triton will. He seems very distracted. You also see there's another blue. You probably wouldn't recognize the race, but there's another blue skinned character inside of here. He's like looking at his clipboard. He's like flipping pages, and he's like, no. He's just he's that crazy old man. And he repairs cannons. That's what he does. Farston Wample. Farston Wample's his name. Yeah, you should talk to him sometime. He's got some crazy things to say. And we will call it there. And I will see you guys maybe next week, if not the week after.
Oh, this is weekly?
Weekly
No,
or bi-weekly.
bi-weekly.
It depends
Other
if I'm
weekly, but if we've got chance.
if I'm able to prepare, which I believe right now the schedule looks like we should be able to meet next week, but I'll tell you closer to then.
I'm gonna cast a spell next session then.
All right. Have a good rest of your evenings or morning
guys.
in
And you too.
Kibble's case.
Have a good
Thank
one.
Yeah, I may go to bed shortly.
Oh my
3:30 a.m.
Well, then good night, my dudes. Oh, well, that's late for you.
Good night, folks.
Good night, guys.
Bye bye. All right. I think that was. I feel like that may have been my best session. I think. It went smoothly. My prep was good. I think. Yeah. If you made it to this point, you will have heard my thanks. Otherwise, you won't, and that's on you. So, have a good one. Goodbye.